Singapore just passed a law that allows scammers and scam enablers to be caned. Yep, corporal punishment. And the reason why this is happening is because Singaporeans have lost over $4 billion to scams since 2020. We will be taking a look at this video that the Straits Times uploaded, and it is about the law that has been passed by government. Let's get straight into it.
The first category of amendments will enhance deterrence against scams by introducing caning for scammers and scam mules while recalibrating its use in other offences. With your permission, Mr. Speaker, may I ask the clerks to distribute an annex?
Go ahead.
Members may also access these materials through the MP at SG PAL app.
Can you imagine if this law had to be passed in South Africa? You would have Nes 106, Jason, Riff Wayne, Bandile, the whole of RCG. Nastic Ninja, the whole of the goats, past and current MIP. You'd have the whole South African industry in a lineup, guys! No.
Sir, scams
This
are by
cannot-
far the most...
This cannot be passed in South Africa, otherwise it's nacht, bro. Everyone is gonna go stand there.
prevalent crime type in Singapore today. Between 2020 and the first half of 2025, there were about 190,000 cases reported, with losses amounting to about 3.7 billion Singapore dollars.
190,000 cases of scams. Now guys, y'all need to get whoever scammed you, go and report them. You need to get your cases registered. Go and report your scammers.
These are staggering numbers. They constitute 60% of all reported crimes, and the losses are more than 3.5 times the cost of building Woodlands Health Campus. MHA has been working with other agencies and the private sector on measures to counter the scourge of scams. Earlier this year, Dr. Tan Wu Meng suggested in this House.
South African government, I just want to know, with Singapore setting this example, what are you going to do, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa? What are you going to do? I understand our government is full of scammers themselves, but what are you guys going to do? This obviously needs to be curbed here in South Africa as well.
That MHA also consider introducing caning for scams to better deter and punish those who commit scams or facilitate the commission of scams. We have reviewed the suggestion and agree with it. Members may refer to Part A of the Annex for the proposed amendments. We will introduce mandatory caning for scammers. Clause 64 of the bill amends Section 420 of the Penal Code so that offenders who commit scams, defined as cheating mainly by means of remote communication, will be punished with at least 6 strokes of the cane.
Whoop.
We will also introduce discretionary caning in Section 420 of the Penal Code for serious cases of cheating.
Ooh.
We will take an equally firm stance against scam syndicates. These syndicates mobilize significant resources to conduct and profit from scams and have the highest level of culpability.
Yep. You know, I think what she's talking about here, if I can make an example in a South African sense, right? If you watched that recent reaction video that I made to Davy, you will realize that Cheslin Swartz guy is part of a huge scam syndicate. And that is what this lady is meaning here. They're not just going after the one, they're going to go after every single one. Another example that would come to mind is this image where you would have all of this Yahoo boys in one room scamming people. So it's not just that they're coming after individuals, they're coming after the syndicates as well.
Clauses 37 and 38 of the bill introduce new offences in the Organised Crime Act so that members of and recruiters for scam syndicates will be subject to mandatory caning.
You guys that's pushing scams, you guys that's advertising scams, you guys that's promoting brokers that's running away with people's money, pay attention to this, because it's not just gonna be the scam itself. It's gonna be the person that made the scam big too, my bro. That is a huge thing because, as you all know, in South Africa, we have a whole lot of scam pushers. We have a whole lot of people that is pushing pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, all of these things that gets people scammed, especially now that it's festive season, my bro. And the people that operated this, you can't anymore say, nah, I didn't know it is a scam. I just got money and I was a normal person and I thought I'm gonna let the people know about the company. Nah, it's not gonna work like that anymore. And I'm so glad for that because no one has ever chanted you guys. But your moment has arrived as keep on promoting scams. Keep
At
on.
least 6 strokes if they knew that the organized criminal group was a scam syndicate. Beyond dealing with scammers and scam syndicates, another key strategy is to deny them the tools that enable them to conduct scams. These scam enablers include SIM cards, SingPass credentials, and payment accounts.
Beautiful! Beautiful! So this means if you got caught scamming, you won't be allowed to have a SIM card anymore. You won't be allowed to have a bank account anymore. Beautiful! I wish South Africa can learn this and soon implement this, but I bet they won't because we've got a lot of fucking scammers in our government too. We know this.
Crippling the supply of scam enablers would significantly increase the difficulty for scammers to successfully conduct or profit from scams in Singapore.
Lady, I know you probably have a husband, my bro, but I love you this very moment. Tsaisala Amal!
Therefore, introduce discretionary caning for those who facilitate scams. Offenders who either knew or had reasonable grounds to believe that the scam enabler they provide would be used in the commission of or would be used in the facilitation of a crime. Clauses 10, 11, 19, 20, and 30 to 34 of the bill introduce discretionary caning for certain offences under the Miscellaneous Offences Public Order and Nuisance Act, the Corruption, Drug Trafficking, and Other Serious Crimes Confiscation of Benefits Act, and Computer Misuse Act in this regard. For upstream enablers such as SingPass credentials and SIM cards, discretionary caning will broadly apply to 2 categories of cases. First category is where the offender intended or knew, depending on the offense, that the enabler would be used to commit or facilitate the commission of a scam. The second category covers cases where the enabler is actually used to commit or facilitate the commission of a scam, even if the offender did not intend or know this. For the second category of offenders, discretionary caning will apply if the offender fails to prove that he or she had taken reasonable steps to ensure that the enabler would not be used to commit or to facilitate the commission of a scam.
Lovely! They are placing the accountability and responsibility of due diligence straight into influencers' hands now. From this point forward, financial influencers in Singapore can't say, oh, but I didn't know it was a scam. Oh, it didn't look like a scam to me. Oh, no, it seemed legit. And they can't say that anymore.
For downstream enablers such as payment accounts, discretionary caning will apply if the criminal proceeds laundered involve benefits from a scam, and the offender had failed to take reasonable steps to ensure that the account is not used to launder scam proceeds. Let me assure members that genuine victims who are found to have been deceived into providing a scam enabler would not be affected by the introduction of caning as a punishment. The existing offences do not penalize genuine victims in the first place. The Ministry will continue monitoring the scam situation closely and will further increase our penalties if needed.
Okay, so that is the updating and the rationalizing the use of caning. Guys, what do you think would happen if this was introduced to South Africa? In the comment section, make a list of who you think will stand in that caning line, my bro. Cause the way we've exposed people and what we've exposed them for, It's majority of your mentors that's here. Your Jason, your Coates, your Lasibas, your Riff Waynes, your Nas 100 Zykes, your Nas 100 Apes, your Nasdaq Ninjas, your Jaguar FX, Andile, all of them, my bro, the whole RCG. Oh. Nah, man. South Africa, you really need to pull up your socks. Because if Singapore can realize the detriment to which scams are costing the public, I'm sure you guys can as well. But I'm very certain there's a lot of people in upper government that is somewhere, somehow benefiting. That's why they're not making any work here. I would really need to put in work to understand what it takes to have a bill like this passed, so that we can maybe try and submit one of our own that could hold scammers in South Africa accountable for their actions as well. But this is the start of things. I don't know if our government will adopt this as well, but if they do, sure, the scammers are gonna weed out like this real fast, man, bro. Real fast. Singapore is a country that is known for their strict laws, but this is gonna restore a whole lot of credibility to their financial and investment systems. Thank you so much for watching. I will come and update you guys if there's any more updates to make. Cheers. I would like to thank IFX for sponsoring today's video. IFX Brokers offers a wide variety of trading account types designed to meet the needs of all types of traders. From the standard account for the beginners to premium accounts with tighter spreads, all the way to VIP and Islamic accounts for a more specialized trading journey. IFX Brokers provides the flexibility and tools that you need to trade with confidence. To get started, click the link in my description, choose an account type that suits your needs, make a deposit and start trading. It's that simple. Once again, thank you to IFX Brokers for sponsoring today's video. And always remember, trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Always trade responsibly. Back to the video.